Hey guys, and welcome to Altcoin Ignition. In today's video we're going to cover off 6 things you might have missed or not considered in regards to Star Atlas. But first of all, please give the video a like, guys. It really helps push this out to people that might not otherwise see it. So I want to ask, have you bought any ships in Star Atlas? Because I've got a pretty big fleet now, and this video is not my advice to you that you should start buying these ships. I'm just telling you why I've bought them, and then you can decide for yourselves if you agree or not. So let's start with the most obvious and work from there. Reason number 1 is the game utility. In the final version of the game, scheduled for sometime in 2025, you will be able to rent space in the bigger ships if you own them to other players, and use ships to go out into the world and collect resources and plunder other ships and make real world profits. Reason number 2, right now you can stake these ships, and if you have a look at this handy website right here, you can see the rewards are very impressive. For example, right now if you own a PSC11, you will be earning 2,964.74 Atlas daily, and that roughly converts to 267 USDC per day. Now that is a far better return than buying a house in Auckland where I live. Number 3 is that these ships are sold predominantly in USDC. So if we just jump back here and we have a look at the tree arrow, for example, we can see if we go to the buy page, there's actually none available in Atlas. And let's have a look at USDC. There's one available here. 179,000 is what they're asking for it. And we'll get to the reason why there's such a big asking price on this ship in a minute, but for now all you need to know is that the majority of these ships are being listed in USDC and not in Atlas. Let's have a look at one of the more common ships, the PSX4. Now there's 128,696 of these, so we've got 62 available in Atlas, 62, 72, something like that. Have a look at USDC, 65, and there's another 57 there. So there's a lot more available in USDC, and this is consistent across all of the ships. The prices are looked at in USDC. So when the market is dumping, as it is right now, you're not losing value in your ships because the underlying token is falling in value. If these were always priced in Atlas, then there would be a loss there in US dollar value, but there isn't. Because they're listed in USDC, and that's important when you're buying something like this. And number 4, as I touched on earlier, the reason why you're seeing some of these ships listed in such big amounts is because you can't list these ships unless you take them out of the faction fleet. So here's my faction fleet here. I've got a bunch of ships, you can see, and I've got a PSC11. So let's use the PSC11 as an example. If I was to list the ship for sale, it's going to cost me that 268 USDC per day in lost revenue. Right, so it's very expensive to list a ship, so if I'm going to list it, I'm going to ask for a really high price. And we can actually see the recent sales on the PSC11. The last sale, 120,000. The sale before that, 125,000. Before that, it was 110,000. Okay, so in this market, the price is still going up. And we can see, if we have a look here, we have a look at this in the marketplace, the original price of the ship was 80,100 USDC. So really good appreciation there. Number 5 is the future demand for these ships. When millions of people are playing this game and you own a rare ship, the value is probably going to increase, especially when that ship is bringing in from multiple other ships that use it as a base and has the ability to go out and collect resources. And finally, this is something that I don't think many people are aware of, but let's have a look at this Medium article here from Alifa Industries. It says here that the team has stated that they will occasionally rebalance the amounts rewarded so that the amount of Atlas you earn will roughly convert to the same amount in USDC throughout Score's lifecycle. So that basically means that if the price of Atlas was to crash, they will rebalance it. You'll get more Atlas so that you're roughly getting the same yield in USDC. Now, I can't think of anything else in the crypto space which will increase its rewards to you based on the value of your tokens in USDC. So that's something that is really good. I wanted to just double check that that was legit and that the rebalancing goes both ways. It doesn't just happen to reduce your Atlas if the price goes up. That would be really bad. So I went into their Discord and I actually raised a ticket. And I asked the question, hey guys, I read this in the Alifa Industries Medium score. I quoted that part there. Wanted to ask how often the rebalancing would be. And if this means that during a bear market the yield in Atlas would increase to keep the USDC similar, I said it was crucial to my decision to buy the ships. Okay, now they came back to me, said they don't have a time frame for rebalancing at this time, and said consider that there's only been one rebalancing in the last month and that prices probably won't be rebalanced again until the price has moved significantly. Okay, so they're not going to be doing rebalancing all the time, but it's still nice to know that it is going to happen. And then I just wanted to check, I said, does the rebalancing go both ways? For example, let's say if in 1 month's time there's a crushing bear market underway and Atlas loses 90% of its value, would it be too much to expect a rebalancing and 90% more Atlas to be issued? And he confirmed, yes, the balancing does go both ways. So that gives me a lot of comfort in knowing that the return on my ship is going to be somewhat protected. Now, this is just what they've been saying. I can't guarantee that they're going to follow through on this. I can just tell you about what has been said and the promises that have been made. So let me know if you've bought any ships. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments. Other than that, thanks guys. I'll see you in the next one.